students, in sixth video of chapter electrochemistry, you will be study towards commercial cells and battery. Student, you know that cell is such device which containing two electrode, that is one cathode and one anode, is known as cell, whereas battery is the combination of more than two cell in series. So galvanic cell or voltaic cell are used as source of electrical energy. These are commonly called as battery. But in fact, a battery is a combination of two or more than two cell. So in short, we can say that battery is such device in which more than two cell combine in the series. Therefore, a battery is nothing but a group of galvanic cell where the chemical energy of redox reaction converted into electrical energy. A useful battery should have the following characteristic. So, characteristic features of the battery is, first one, it should be light and compact so that it can be used as a portable electric generator. So battery should be light in weight, means it should not be so heavy, so that, and it should be also compact so that it can easily portable from one place to the another place. Second is its voltage should not vary appreciably during its use. Third is it should be long lasting even when it is not in use. It should be long lasting even when it is not in use. It means that when battery is not in use, it should not be discharged. Commercial cells are of two types, primary cell and secondary cell. Primary cell is such device which cannot be recharged after discharge, means in primary cell reverse reaction is not possible, whereas in secondary cell is such device which can recharge after discharge, means in secondary cell the reverse reaction is found to be possible. Now details about primary cell. The best example of primary cell is dry cell. In this cell, once the chemical have been consumed, further reaction is not possible. It cannot be regenerated or recharged by reversing the current flow through the cell using external current source of electrical energy. For example, dry cell. In dry cell, zinc work as anode, means external covering of cell is zinc, that is work as container as well as anode also, and central part is a carbon rod which work as cathode. Carbon rod work as cathode. So in this figure, this external part, that is a container made up of zinc that work as anode. The area between central part and anode, the electrolyte is found to be placed in term of paste. Manganese dioxide, zinc chloride, ammonium chloride, these work as electrolytic part of the cell. Here central part is made by carbon, that is in term of graphite, that work as cathode. A moist mixture of ammonium chloride, manganese dioxide, zinc chloride and a porous inert filler occupy the space between the paper lined zinc container and the carbon rod. The cell is sealed with material like wax. In this cell, zinc work as anode. It means on zinc oxidation reaction take place, whereas at cathode, here at cathode reduction reaction take place. Now cell reaction. Reaction at anode means at the zinc. Zinc get oxidized. Here zinc lose its 2 electron and convert into its cation. The electron are utilized at carbon rod, that is graphite rod, which work as cathode, as the ammonium ion are reduced. So in cathode reaction, ammonium ion take 2 electron which release during the oxidation reaction. Now ammonium get converted into ammonia gas and release hydrogen. So here ammonia gas may exert the pressure in the cell and cell can be burst. Therefore here produced ammonia react with zinc ion. Zinc ion, it basically find from the zinc chloride paste. Therefore, now ammonia react with zinc cation to form a complex compound. In this way, the pressure is found to be reduced in the cell. So, in this reaction, zinc ion react with ammonia to form tetraamine zinc 2 ion, that is a complex compound, complex ion. The cell potential of dry cell is found to be 1.6 volt. Now, the cell, this dry cell does not have an indefinite life. That is, it is not long lasting because ammonium chloride, being acidic salt, corrode the zinc container even when not in use. So this is the drawback of dry cell. Second primary cell is button cell. In this cell, now before this one, we should know the some use of dry cell. So dry cell generally used in torch, transistor, etc. Now about button cell. The button cell are usually flat in construction and look like a button in shape. Owing to their small size, they are used in electronic devices like hearing aids, electronic watches, etc. The cell are basically primary cell. Mercuric oxide but button cell is the most commonly used button cell. In this cell, zinc anode means zinc work as anode and mercuric oxide containing carbon paste work as cathode. At the place of electrolyte, paste of zinc oxide and potassium hydroxide is found to be filled up. This is the structure of button cell. Here anode, it is containing zinc, and cathode, at the place of cathode zinc oxide, at the place of cathode here, at the place of electrolytic solution, zinc oxide and KOH is taken. The cell process is given here. In the reaction, zinc work as anode which react with hydroxide ion to form zinc oxide, water and lose 2 electron. This reaction is the oxidation half reaction because in the reactant the oxidation number of zinc is 0 and in product it is plus 2. Therefore, it is oxidation reaction. At the reaction means reduction reaction which take place at cathode, in that one mercuric oxide react with water that evolved during the oxidation of reaction and also react with released electron to get convert into mercury and hydroxyl, that is hydroxide ion. So here oxidation number of mercury in reactant is plus 2 and in product is 0. So it is the reduction of reaction. The potential of button cell is found to be 1.35 volt and it remain constant during its life because overall reaction does not involve any ion whose concentration can change during the process. So this is the overall reaction of the cell. In that zinc present as the zinc amalgam. Metal amalgam means the particular metal when it is mixed with mercury, then it is called as amalgam. So here zinc amalgam react with mercuric oxide. So get converted into zinc oxide and mercury. Now secondary cell. As you know that such cell which can be reused again means recharge again. It is because of the reverse chemical reaction in the cell called as secondary cell. The cell in which original reactant are regenerated by passing direct current from external source, that is it is recharged, is called secondary cell. So to differentiate primary cell and secondary cell, primary cell is found to be not rechargeable whereas secondary cell is found to be rechargeable. Means in primary cell no reverse reaction, but in secondary cell reverse reaction is carried out. That's why secondary cell is found to be rechargeable in nature. The example of secondary cell is nickel cadmium cell and lead storage battery. So let's know towards lead storage battery. Lead storage battery is generally used in automobiles. It consists of group of lead plate. So here group of lead plate, one lead plate containing bearing compressed spongy lead work as anode and second lead plate containing lead oxide with it work as cathode. These plates are immersed in solution of about 38% sulfuric acid. So remember that in lead storage cell, the taken sulfuric acid concentration is 38%. So the cell when the cell discharge means when we take the energy from the cell, it operate as voltaic cell. For example, when the inverter is used to operate the fan, electric bulb, etc. So at that time that inverter battery is found to be get discharged. So when the battery is found to be get discharged means discharging in condition, at that time that cell or battery work as voltaic cell. But during charging the battery work as electrolytic cell. So remember this point. So here the figure of lead storage cell. In that one, anode containing lead grid filled with spongy lead, but cathode containing lead with lead oxide, lead with lead grid filled with lead oxide. So remember, anode made by lead grid filled with spongy lead, but cathode containing lead grid filled with lead oxide. So remember this point. Now the detailing of the reaction. Here sulfuric acid work as electrolytic solution. The sulfuric acid is found, concentration of sulfuric acid is found to be 38%. So concentration of electrolytic solution is found to be 38% in the case of secondary cell or the secondary battery. Now reaction at anode. Anode, here lead work as anode, that containing spongy lead with it. Lead get oxidized, releases 2 electron. So in reactant, oxidation number of lead is 0 and in product is +2. Therefore it is oxidation of reaction that carried out at anode. Lead cation combine with sulfate ion to form insoluble lead sulfate. So sulfate ion, that is obtained from sulfuric acid. The cation, lead cation formed in the anode reaction, react with sulfate to form precipitate of lead sulfate. The electron are utilized at lead oxide electrode. During the anode reaction, the electron which is released is taken, means consumed in reduction half reaction, means consumed at the cathode electrode. So reaction at cathode now. Lead oxide take the electron which is loosed in the oxidation of reaction and hydrogen ion. This hydrogen ion obtained by from the sulfuric acid. Now lead oxide get convert into lead 2 plus charge and water. So here oxidation number of lead in reactant is +4 and in product is +2. Therefore it is reduction of reaction which carried out at cathode. Lead ion form in cathode reaction react with sulfate to form lead sulfate as the precipitate. Now overall reaction can be written as, overall reaction, we may write the overall reaction by adding oxidation of reaction and reduction of reaction. Therefore overall reaction is lead react with lead oxide with 2 molecule of sulfuric acid. This can be written as 4H plus 2 sulfate ion get converted into lead sulfate and water. So here this reaction is discharge reaction. Discharge reaction means this reaction indicate the cell is in discharging condition. So here the potential of this cell is potential of lead storage cell is found to be 2.041 volt. A battery consisting of 6 such cells give voltage of about 12 volt. Since single storage lead storage cell lead storage cell containing its voltage 2.041 volt means 2 volt. So if uh, we want to form the battery that contains voltage 12 volt, means 6 lead storage cell should be combined in series. Therefore the voltage, total voltage will be 12 volt. In the discharging process, the material of each plate is converted to lead sulfate as you saw in the reaction. In discharging reaction, sulfuric acid consumed and form water. So here final in the reaction, sulfuric acid consumed and got converted into water. So when sulfuric acid consumed in the reaction get converted into water, at that time its specific gravity is found to be decreased. So remember, if when the specific gravity is found to be less than 1.39, at that time the reaction is found to be get stopped and at that time recharging of the battery is required. So as a result, the specific gravity of sulfuric acid falls when the specific gravity falls below 1.3139, recharging of battery is found to be required. This is the representation of lead storage cell charging process. During charging, the lead storage cell work as electrolytic cell. In order to charge the lead storage accumulator, it is connected with battery charger capable of supply EMF greater than that of lead accumulator. In this process, a large current flow through the accumulator during charging. A non-porous layer of lead sulfate, which formed during the oxidation of reaction and reduction of reaction, is formed on both the plate, which decompose during does not decompose during subsequent charging. In the process of charging, lead sulfate at the both electrode is converted back into spongy lead at negative plate and lead oxide at positive plate. So further, in charging process, water is consumed and sulfuric acid is produced. As a result, specific gravity of sulfuric acid rises, means get increase. You already know, in recharging process, the battery act as an electrolytic cell. Overall cell reaction during charging is found to be just reverse of the discharging. So here the reaction, overall reaction, this reaction in the case of discharging. So when we write this reaction reverse, it is found to be the reaction as the charging reaction. So here this is the charging reaction, means at the charging of the lead storage cell or battery, the reaction is found to be reverse. In that one, lead sulfate react with water at the time of charging to form lead solid, lead oxide and sulfuric acid. Thank you.